everyone, and guess what is today's topic? As you can see, the last topic we were discussing about, yes, yeah, the remaining portion of the breastfeeding I'll be talking about today. And the topic is the techniques of the breastfeeding. In the previous session, we had talked till the advantages, till we have seen other things in the breastfeeding. In today's topic, I'll be telling you the positions, the techniques, and other things in this session. Right? Are you ready? Okay. This human breast milk is the healthiest form of milk, as I mentioned before also, and it is the best milk and full of nutrition for the babies, right? Okay, and this breast milk, it promotes health of the baby. It helps preventing against the diseases. It helps preventing against all kind of problems which a baby faces after the birth, as well as the development of the baby, right? Fine. Okay, this successful lactation is to be met only if the mother and the baby has a good position, and if the mother and the baby are in a good they are in a good comfortable in a comfortable position. And yes, this breastfeeding leads to a successful lactation only when this breastfeeding is initiated earlier. After the birth, when the breastfeeding is started, immediately after the birth of the baby, and this continuation of lactation, as well as this the positioning of the mother as well as of the baby, so they all things lead to a successful lactation. This positioning, it is the key point of the successful lactation as well as the successful breastfeeding. Let me tell you the positioning of the mother as well as the baby. So by telling the positions, this majority of the mothers, they feed their babies successfully, but some of the mothers, they have a problem while breastfeeding or while feeding the child. Why? Because they may be the primaries, they may be the first time they are feeding the baby, or they may have some other kind of problems. Let me tell you what all the things or positions a mother should take. In that, the nursing personnel or the person who is near to the mother should assist in a perfect position, should assist mother how to feed the baby, right? Okay, let me tell you in positioning for mothers as well as for the baby, and what are all the things mother has to do before initiating a breastfeed. What are the things mother will see, right? For that, a mother should be at first of all in a comfortable and in a relaxing position. When she is relaxing or when she is in a comfortable position, she will be mentally and physically fit. She will be fine. She won't be having any kind of the uneasiness or uncomfortability. And before giving the breastfeed, mother shouldn't have any kind of work, from one side she's feeding the baby and other things she thinks like I have to do this thing, and along with the work she'll be doing the breastfeed. But no, she doesn't have to do that. She should be free from all other things. She doesn't have to do any due work within the period while she is feeding the baby. Okay, yeah. Next, what mother has to do is she has to have a hand wash, or we can say the cleansing of the hands before breastfeeding, as well as the cleansing of the nipples, because the mother, she is touching the breast by her hand and she is touching the baby by her hand, as well as the nipple which is getting directly in contact with the baby. So these two things she has to wash off clearly and nicely before starting a breastfeed, right? Okay, the next thing we'll see that mother has to have a correct positioning of the baby, and it's very important aspect that the baby should be in a correct position while mom is in correct position. Baby also has to be in a good position, in a good contact with the mom, right? And explain mother some of the key points before holding a baby in her lap. What do you think that you have to give points to the mom? what can be the points you are giving to the mom before breastfeeding? Yes? Okay. The first point is that the head and body of the baby should be straight. While they're handling the baby in the lap, it should be straight. It shouldn't be like head on this side and the remaining lower parts of the body of the baby, it is hanging somewhere else. No, the head and the body, it should be in a straight position. And the next point what you have to explain to the mom is that the baby's nose should be opposed to the breasts. As the baby has to have breastfeed, that means the baby's face, baby's nose should be opposed to the breast, right? It should be opposed to the breast. And the third point, that the gum line of the baby, it should overlap the areola. That means areola, the dark, the dark area of around the nipple is areola. So that areola, it should be, that gum line should be over that, as well as the nipple should be straight back into the mouth. And this baby, he should be opposite to the mom's breast, the nose especially, and this gum line, it should be over the areola. And when it's areola part, and this nipple will directly or straightly get into the mouth of the baby. Okay. The next point, that the baby's body should be close to the mother's body, and the mother only has to mother only has to take the baby towards breast, not the breast towards the baby. So this good contact will in between the baby and the mother, and it will lead in a successful latch, or I can say the a good attachment between the mother and the baby, right? Okay. The next point is that the whole body of the baby should be supported. As I mentioned, that the baby whole body, as well as the like neck and the remaining body, should be straight. Same, it will be like supported when you are keeping the baby straight. With one hand you are holding the baby correctly, and with another hand you are assisting your breast for feeding the baby. Right? So these are the points you have to make understand to moms. We have to make understand the mothers who are breastfeeding, so they can have a successful lactation, as well as the baby will have the purposeful feed for what this breastfeeding is meant. Do you got my point? Okay. The next portion we are heading to is the positions which a mom is having while she is feeding the baby. Whatever the position is, make sure it's comfortable for the mom. Make sure the baby is having a good latch, whatever position they are maintaining. This is important and leading to a successful lactation, right? The positions commonly used during the feeding, during the breastfeed, I'll mention one by one. First one I'll mention is side-lying position. Can you understand side-lying? Do you get the name side-lying? It's only one side of the body, right? So side-lying means that the mother with side-lying hold, that mothers get into the bed and lay on the side, with knees bent, and she can support the knees, or keeping the pillows in between the knees for comfortness, and switch the baby lying down, facing the mother, tummy to tummy for good latch, and the mother and baby are facing one another on a side lying position. And this is ideal for relaxed night feeds, as well as the breastfeeding in the bed. This position is more common and more comfortable among the mom, and this is usually used after after the cesarean sections. It's much difficult for moms to to sit or to do something like that, which hurts them more. So for them, it's again comfortable, right? So this position is comfortable for moms after cesarean section as well, and there it gives a good bond between a mother and baby. The next position what moms usually take is the laid back position, or the reclined position. The moms are taking this position for their comfort as well as for the comfort of the baby, and it's often the first try of every mom. Whenever the mom starts doing breastfeed, she just starts doing with this. She tries this one first, and what is she's doing in this position is she lies down, she lies back on a comfy sofa or or bed, but she doesn't lie flat over the bed or the sofa. She is just, she'll be reclined, not fully flat on the bed, and she'll be, placing the baby on, his front. Baby will be on his front on the or the mother's breast, between the breasts, and baby will likely search the mom's breast. And as he latches onto the breast, his sucking reflex starts. As he starts, finding out the breast while you are, brushing over the nipples over the baby's lips as well as the nose. So the babies will come in search of the breast and will widely open the mouth and have a good lunch, right? Okay. And next position comes, that is the football hold position. Do you understand the football hold position? Why this is named as football hold position? Yeah. Have seen how, the players, they used to carry their football? Obviously, yeah. They'll be holding the football in their, the underarms like this. The same disposition, it has been seen very comforting, it has been seen very relaxing, as well as a classical trend for the moms who have a difficulty during their, the cesarean section, or the moms who have a still tenderness over the section or the, abdomen. So they will be taking this position for their baby for breastfeeds. So what they are doing in this position, the moms can start by sitting up by placing a pillow at the side. They'll be placing a pillow at the side to bring the baby up over the pillow. And the baby goes on top of the pillow. Then the legs of the baby will be under, like your what we say, that arms. And when this is under your arms, that you have to support the baby with your with your full arm, and support the baby with head and neck, and while other hand is supporting the breast for assisting the breastfeed. And then brush the nipple of, brush the nipple of the breast over the baby's upper mouth or upper lip and the chin. And what will happen with that, and across the nose, the top lip, it will widen the mouth of the baby. And while the baby's mouth is wide, put the breast or put the baby near to the breast for a good latch, and the whole areola will come into the mouth of the baby. And then the baby comes in a good contact with the mom, and the areola and the nipple, they go completely into the mouth of the baby, right? And with this is, much helpful, much comfortable for the moms. And this position is because it supports the baby well, while giving mother plenty of control and a good view of space. That means she can have a good look over the baby's face, as well as she will be assisting in a good manner. So in this way, she can have a good breastfeed, she can have a helpful as well as a successful lactation. Then the next position comes, that is cross cradle hold position. What is this cross cradle hold position? By the name itself, that means the crossing of one of the arm to the baby's neck or the body. Okay. In this position, place a pillow in the lap. In the lap itself, you have to place a pillow, and on the pillow, baby should be facing the mother, tummy to tummy. That means while the baby is in the lap or the pillow, it is facing mother and the baby, and the nose across the nipple. And the baby's head, it should be supported while bringing arm across the baby's body, right? And the hand placed over the base of the breast for support. And support the breast with the free hand And same that keeping the fingers away from the areola, because it will it will hinder in the baby's while opening mouth. And then brush the nipple in the same way as in other positions. The upper lip as well as the chin should be touching the mom's breast. And the uh, you have to wait till the baby widens the mouth and bring the baby towards the breast. Again, the same condition, like it leads to a good latch, good attachment. And this breastfeeding, like a football breastfeeding, it's an ideal breastfeeding for the mothers. And this is same like cradle, but there is a like switch of your arms towards the another side, and the baby's body is lying over your opposite forearm, right? Do you got the cross cradle? Yes, no confusions. Fine. Then the last position, which are commonly used by a maximum of mothers, that is the cradle hold position. Okay, don't get confused in between two. Cross cradle is separate and the cradle is separate, right? Okay. In this cradle hold position, as it is one of the easiest as well as the most common breastfeeding position, the mothers, what they do is they cradle the baby in the arms at the same side. They are not crossing this time. They are at the same time they are cradling the baby, and the baby is getting fed. The crook of the arm, the elbow, we mean that crook of the arm will hold or support the baby. That means the baby will be supported in your the crook of the arm, and the child is resting on on the mother's that arm, as well as the baby is turned towards the mother. And the baby's bottom, like the below portion of the body, it should be supported with the hand. And their head and bottom should be in line. That means it should be straight. Their body should be straight. It shouldn't be like in opposite direction or somewhere else. It should be in a straight position. And in case of the older babies, what is that the lower bottom is slightly and supportedly, that means near to the breast. That means the older baby, they can have a good support, and they will be taken to the breast while the bottom side of the body is laying over the forearm of the mother. Understand? So we got through all the positions. What are all the positions? Yes, right. The sideline, then there will be the what we say that lay down, football, cradle, as well as the cross cradle positions, right? Okay. Just tell me, what can you see in this picture? What do you find a difference in between the two? Yes? Do you find out something? Yeah, right. That means in a picture where like maximum portion of the areola is inside the baby's mouth, and in another picture B, there is, that means the areola is completely out of the mouth, only the nipple portion is inside the mouth. What do you think that it is? Yeah, good attachment as well as the poor attachment. So how do you explain mother to have a good attachment of the baby, as well as how to avoid the bad attachment or the bad latching, right? Okay, I'll tell you. This latching or the attachment of the baby towards the mother, it after proper positioning, the baby's cheek or the chin, both like cheek as well as the chin is touched with the nipple. Why? Because they get a stimulation, they get a rooting reflex, where they can turn to the nipple, they can turn towards the breast, and the baby opens the mouth in as a, like I mentioned, in a rooting reflex, right? So for this latching, usually the baby, like step by step, the baby gets a good latch. And the things which mom has to do is, like, first of all, the baby's face should be opposed to the mother's breast. When the baby is opposed to the mother's breast, and nose is like towards the mother's nipple. Right? When it is opposite to the mother's nipple, what will happen is, in the thing that next first step you have to do is the brush the the lower lip with the nipple, and then it will help baby to open the mouth wide. Okay, when the baby opens the mouth, wait for the full width of the mouth. As the baby opens the full mouth, then it should be like like as the fish is opening the mouth. How the fish is opening the mouth, the same way the baby opens the mouth, and like as it is in search of the the nipple, and it comes around the breast. When this lips, you see that flat lips come around the nipple, and the areola portion, it comes directly inside to the mouth of the baby. And you can see when the areola portion is inside the mouth, it has very less portion is seen outside. Then you can find out that the whole the areola whole portion of the nipple which is surrounding, and it is inside the baby's mouth. And make sure this one, the baby has a tongue extra. It shouldn't be like inverted, it should be extended, which helps the baby to suck easily, and it helps in a fine and the good breast ejection, I mean breast milk ejection, right? And this leads to an effective breastfeeding. So when you see that a baby is fully covering the breast, or the covering the areola of the breast, so you can see that the swallowing sound of the baby, as well as you can see some of the things which you feel that breastfeeding is going well, right? You got the latching, right? You got the attachment, very good. And after breastfeed, what do you need? You need to see the signs. You need to see the signs of good breastfeeding, good attachment, as well as you have to find out what are all the signs which you can find out whether it's a good attachment or whether it is not a good attachment. We call it as a bad attachment. So what are all the signs? First thing, you have to see the latch is comfortable and pain-free. Because the mother can feel pain when there is not a good latch. She feels the pain that when the baby is only holding the nipple, she definitely have a uneasiness over there. The next sign is like the baby's chest and stomach rests against your body. That means the stomach as well as the rest body, as well as the chest, it is lying against the mom's body. Again, a good sign for good latching, good attachment. And next point you can see is like the baby's chin is touching the breast. Because when there is a good connection, when the baby is near to the mother's breast, so the chin obviously will come in contact with the mom's breast. Okay. Then the baby's chin while touching the breast, mouth of areola, the area of the areola will not be visible while the baby is holding that inside the mouth, because the most of the areola goes into the mouth, and the baby's mouth is wide open and it feels like full. When the areola area, the most of the area will go into the mouth of the baby, not just the nipple. So you can feel that the baby's mouth is like full, right? And the tongue, it cups around the breasts. And you can see the how baby is sucking the milk. So tongue helps in that sucking. So it should be cupped around that the breast. And the baby's cheeks, as I mentioned, when the areola area is inside the mouth, and when the baby is sucking, the milk portion will come in a good quantity in the mouth of the baby. So you'll feel the cheeks of the baby is full. And then the last sign, like you can have sound of swallowing while while you are swallowing anything, you will feel that sound while passing that, whether milk, whether water, whatever it is. The same way you will hear the sound of swallowing from the baby while breastfeeding, right? This is the good sign. You can find out the baby is having a good latch. And if not, then you have to see what are all the poor signs or bad attachment, where you can see that the breastfeeding is not going in a good way, and there is a problem where the baby also is not getting good, like in a proper way, he's not feeding, he's not taking the milk, right? So the signs you have to find out is that areola is completely visible, as it shouldn't be visible while in a good attachment, right? Only the nipple of the mother's breast is inside the baby's mouth. You can find out by this. And uh, the next, you can see that baby's tongue is not extended. You feel that baby has the tongue inside the mouth only, it is not protruded outside, and it is back inside the mouth, right? And mother obviously will have the uncomfortable as well as the pain during the breastfeeding, as the baby is only sucking the nipple and he is not having a proper latch, he's not having a proper the connection between him and the breast. So it will lead to uncomfortable as well as a painful, it will create a pain inside within the mother's breast, or the mother will feel very uneasy. By seeing the signs, you can find out whether the baby is having good latch or not. Fine. So when you see, like after finishing the breastfeed, what do you think is important? What do you feel that mothers have to do? Yes? Isn't that burp? You know the word burp? Yes, that burping is important. And this burping, why it has to be done after finishing the breastfeed? So that the air which the baby has involved during the feeds, it should come out. It may lead to the bloating, it will lead to the indigestion and other problems too. So it has to come out after finishing the feeds. Do you know how to do that? Yes? Okay, I'll tell you. So it has to be done in various positions. In that, the first position comes like, what do you say? Sting position, sting up position. In the sting up position, how do you do that? The baby sits on the lap, right? And then you have to support the chest with the base of the hand and cup with the hands the chin, that it shouldn't be blocked, chin should, or the throat shouldn't be blocked. So you have to cup the baby's chin like this, and at the back side just pat very gently or rub the back of the baby till you feel that you hear that sound coming out, right? The next way, how do you burp in another ways, like, yes, okay, you can do by face down on your lap, like the baby will have the face downwards there, and as if his stomach and the chest is lying over the thighs, and by doing that the belly rests over the thigh, and at the back side with the free hand, with one hand obviously you will support the baby, and with another hand you will tap the back, or you will just rub over the back again till the sound you hear of that burp. There's one more way while you can do the breastfeed, as I have seen, or you may have seen as well, that most of the mothers or the parent, they are doing that kind of way. That is like the on your shoulders, right? Can you imagine? Yes. So while putting the baby on the shoulders, baby's chin should rest over the shoulder. Make sure that the baby's nose is not blocked and the baby's chin is over the shoulder.